Hello, welcome to my channel, the Jessica Brahma channel, and I'm Evangelist Jess Brahma. I'm delighted you're there today because today is a day of jubilation. It's a day of victory. It's a day of freedom, especially for the people of Abia State, my home state. I'm from Abia State, but now I'm from Edo State by marriage, but I have been part of the celebrations. I have been thanking God. I've been praising God. It's been awesome. And what everyone in Abia State will say to you, the reason they are rejoicing is not just that their party, Labour Party, won the elections. There are so many reasons why they're jubilating, but the main reason is that they have been freed from 24 years of captivity. Abia State has been in captivity for 24 years. It's been thunderous, massive, organic jubilation across the nooks and crannies of Abia State. And the people are singing, Pharaoh, we have left you. Pharaoh, we are free. Pharaoh, we have been delivered, because the Pharaoh of Abia State has been holding the people in captivity for over 24 years. It started with Ojikalu. Ojikalu, of course, went to jail for looting the treasury of Abia State. But what the judge gave him was a slap in the wrist. The usual corrupt judges of Nigeria, they gave him a slap in the wrist. And when he came out of jail, the president of Nigeria gave him a state pardon. And that's why he's able to contest again as senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Well, he said he won the election. I'm not bothered about him. He was the one that started this how do I put it? This program of captivity for the people of Abia State. First of all, when he stole money and EFCC was after him, he enjoyed immunity as governor then. But his chief of staff, whom he used to siphon the Abia State funds, was about to be arrested by the EFCC. He was actually arrested and kept in detention. He was in detention pending court appearances. And what did Ojikalu do? As he was leaving the government, he quickly put him as the person to succeed him. He was in jail when Ojikalu did all the campaign and all the rigging and rigged him in. He became governor. From the prison, he became governor. So that gave him immunity from prosecution for all the money he aided Ojikalu in stealing. And then he got in there and decided that he was going to hold Abia State captive forever. He impoverished the people. He refused to pay salaries. All the ecological funds he wouldn't use. All the pensioners were not paid, and people were just starving, and the people became subdued. Nobody could say a word anymore. On one occasion, the people of Abia revolted because the roads in Abia were just depreciating and he wasn't doing the roads in Abia. So they started throwing pure water at him and his convoy once he visited Abia. They threw pure water at him and he was so enraged, he told Abia people that they were going to suffer for this. That was how he left Abia completely in ruins. No roads, no cleaning of garbage, nothing. Abia became like a pit latrine. He left governance as he finished his 8 years as governor and enthroned his stooge, Ikpeazu, the incumbent governor of Abia State now. When he enthroned Ikpeazu, that one learned the ropes about election rigging, and they kept rigging the election. The money they should use to pay salaries, they will keep it and use it to bribe the INEC officials that superintend the elections, and they keep rigging election. When all the local governments will vote for one man as governor, all the 16 local governments, just one local government vote alone, Osisioma local government, they will go there and manufacture ballots and use just one local government to upturn the election of 16 other local governments. This is how they've been doing it, because they've been bribing the INEC officials. And that's why they've kept Abia State in captivity. There are some ministries that have not been paid for 8 years, some for 5 years, some for 4 years, some for 2 years. Men could no longer pay house rent. Men could no longer buy sanitary towels for their daughters. The girls became tools in the hands of politicians who were just messing them up and using them for rituals and all manner of prostitution. Well, the Abia State people decided that enough was enough. And they said, this time around, we're going to stay at the polling units. We're going to make sure that our votes are defended, and we're ready to die. Do you know that Abia State is the only state in the federation this election season where there was no violence? There was no violence because, first of all, they made it clear to everyone that there'll be no election and ballot snatching and all that. So there was no violence. And then God heard the prayers of ministers of God that went and did a prophetic declaration. Do you know that these ministers went to the tower leading to Abia State and made a prophetic declaration delivering Abia State from occultic people? Because what they do is for them to give you any position in Abia State, for you to be anybody near them, you have to swear an oath. They take you to swear an oath and all that. So these people said this. This is it. So that's it. I just showed you a bit of what happened. So after these men of God did this prophetic declaration, I guess God started doing his work in the spirit. God knew that now that we're serious, we made declarations, God honored the declarations. And you know what God did? God sent us INEC officials that rejected bribes. They refused to take any bribe. I mean, can you imagine people rejecting dollars in suitcases given to them to falsify the elections, using the Osisioma Obingwa local government, just to use that one local government to overturn the others, because that's where the governor has access. That's where he can do what he likes because it's from that area. But this time, the INEC people say, we're not accepting this. We can't. These are false results. We can't accept it. It became a stalemate. Abia elections up to Monday. An election that held on Saturday could not be called by Monday, by Sunday, by Monday. They were still holding them captive in Obingwa that they must change this. What did they do? The number of accredited voters in Obingwa was 27,000. The governor and his people manufactured 96,000 votes and said they must include it because they know that Oti had won by 175,000 and they had only 88,000. So they felt that if they added that 96,000 to 88,000, it would just overtake Oti by a half margin. And I guess probably that was what happened in the Enugu election as well. But the election officials, the woman we call the Deborah of our time, the state returning officer, she refused that. She rejected suitcases of dollars and two houses promised her in Dubai. She said no. She said, I will make sure that the wishes of Abia people is not subdued, is not overturned. I will uphold it. I am a pastor and I'm also a professor. I will uphold the wishes of Abia people. She gave us her word. And like a true Deborah, the people of Abia trusted her. So those two INEC officials at Obingwa, they refused and they had agreement, and this woman agreed with them. If she were a corrupt one, she would say she would have said to them, no, we will take the results they insisted on. No, they all said no. Those two men were the ones that really did the battle in Obingwa. Those two, and one of them is Kelechi from Imo State. The other guy is from Ovim, a town in Abia. I don't know his name. I'll get his name. You know, so they are the ones that said no to this rigging that they had been doing in Abia State for over 24 years. They said no. They delivered Abia people. They put an end to wickedness, to looting, to corruption, to destruction of lives in Abia State. They helped us put an end to it. No, the beavers was used in all the polling units to upload results immediately, all the polling units. It was only in Obingwa they had uploaded the result, yet the man brought the manufactured votes. So beavers saved us, and beavers would have saved Nigeria if they did not disconnect it during the presidential election. That's the problem we have today. They were able to rig the election. But Abia State, they used beavers to upload everything, and beavers saved us. In the days they used to rig and insist on the results being announced was when there was no beavers, when we couldn't prove anything. The woman had to be summoned to Abuja to come and explain why she wasn't ready to cooperate with those rogues. And she said, let's check the beavers. When did they upload these results? When did they upload that? Election ended Saturday evening. So why would they bring results by 10 for us to add? She gave Abia people her word and she stood. Do you know what? Everybody's celebrating her. We should also celebrate those two men in Obingwa that fought the battle at those polling units and say, no, we will not accept. Because if they had accepted those phony fake results, if they had added it to what they have, the woman would probably have not been able to say, no, this is wrong. She would have probably been helpless. But at least they were like the three Hebrew children. The two in Obingwa, the main electoral commissioner in Umuahia, the three of them, God used them mightily because the prayers, the prophetic action had gone forward concerning Abia State. Abia had been delivered through prayers by these prophets of God. And today, Abia is delivered completely. We celebrate this, and this would have been the celebration of the whole nation. This celebration, you see, would have happened all over Nigeria if only the INEC man, Mahmoud, had agreed for the use of beavers for the presidential election. Labour would have cleared it. And this Abia State is a macrocosm of what must have happened in all the states of the Federation, except that they had corrupt INEC people who rigged it, who collected money and rigged it. But God gave us these people. And you know what? Somebody just blessed that woman with a new Prado Jeep. An American-based Abia man, businessman, he said, take this Prado Jeep for starters. People are so happy and blessing her. She says she's doing this for the sake of the generations unborn of Abia State. She is from Abia, Ovim, but she's married to an Ebonyi man, and she's a professor in Federal University of Technology in Owerri. She's a professor. She said, I'm a pastor. You see, when Christians rise up, when children of God do the right thing, the enemy cannot succeed. All these INEC officials taking bribes and falsifying results, most of them are Christians. They've heard the word of God. They've heard that it's wrong. They know what they're doing is wrong, but they wouldn't stand up to be counted as real Christians. My brothers and sisters, it pays to fear God. It pays to serve God. It pays to be a person of integrity. This woman has shown us. Professor Nne Oti has shown us that integrity, there are still people of integrity in Nigeria, and they should be put in position. And if you say you're a person of integrity in a position in any part of the world, please live up to your word. Because we came to this world with nothing, we shall leave with nothing. God used a woman in the Bible, prophetess Deborah, to deliver Israel after Israel was in bondage for 20 years in the land of Canaan. And the Lord said, no, I'm going to deliver you from the hand of the Canaanites. The general of the army of Israel was too scared to go. The woman said to her, Deborah said to her, come and go. God had said he would deliver us. Come, let's go and do the battle against the Canaanites. He was too afraid. He said, Deborah, please go with me. Deborah said, I'll go with you. But God is going to deliver us from the hand of Sisera, the captain of the army of the Canaanites. God is going to deliver us from his hand through a woman. And God did it. When the battle became too hot, Sisera ran away. He ran away and ran into a house. The woman said, come in. Jael said, come in. Put him down, gave him milk to drink. He slept off. She used nail to nail him down. That was the captain of the army that had been terrorizing Israel for 20 years. God used that woman, Jael, just like God has used this woman to deliver Abia State. God used Deborah to say, Barak, let's go into the battle. God used this woman to say, Abians, don't worry. The battle belongs to the Lord. The Lord has fought it and set Abia State free. I'm so happy. I'm so glad. I give glory to the Lord. I give you glory, Lord, as I honor you. You are wonderful, my God. You are worthy, oh Lord. You are wonderful. You are worthy, oh Lord. That's how God will deliver Nigeria one day. God is going to deliver Nigeria. God will show that he's God. Please don't give up praying. Don't stop praying. And don't compromise on your Christian values. I'm Evangelist Jess Brimer. Please subscribe to my channel. Click subscribe so that we can have more fun. You can have more value from programs like this. That's the way to encourage me. Please click the subscribe button, click the like button, and make a comment. Let me hear what you have to say.